Hey guys, Sandy here, and I literally just finished a scrapbook layout using Cheeky Studios July kit, and it's kind of all over my desk still, and I wasn't ready to put it away. So I just left everything out. I grabbed another photo. This is of my son and my niece, kind of in that post-Thanksgiving food haze where they have fallen asleep. And I'm going to try something different. I really enjoy these guys right here, these little labeled like things. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to see what I can do to do some sort of grid layout. And I pulled out some Project Life cards, because this is not all of them. This is just one little row, to see what I could make happen. Because I love, love, love these colors with the pops of black. So I thought, let's see what I can do. The very first thing I did was flip through my Project Life Midnight Court kit, and I found some really great neutral kind of black and white cards to use. And then I decided that I wasn't going to layer them or anything like that. I was going to stick them directly onto my background pattern paper. So I decided to round my photo as well. And I rounded those corners just so that, sometimes if I would do this layout, this kind of layout, I wouldn't round the photo's corners because I'd want the photo to stick out, but I kind of want everything to meld together. So that's what I did with this one. I made sure that the corners were rounded. Okay, so now we're going to get into the fun stuff. I have my cards and my photo glued down, and I don't think any of these cards stay in the same place except for the in the moment card. Everything else I move around. So I'm just trying to figure out where I want my stuff to go on this layout. I'm trying to figure out whether I can use these little tabs, and I'm already thinking, yes, I want this tab. I haven't even picked out the ephemera bits. I don't know what colors I'm using, but I have committed to that yellow tab because I like yellow and purple together. And that's all there is to it. Now I thought about bringing in some of these square elements, but quickly tossed that to the side because I did make this whole big conscious decision about putting on the rounded corners on the photo. So I thought if I put on these little square pieces, it totally wouldn't go for the look I was hoping for. And there we go, the first of the switches of the 3x4 cards. And I'm just trying to figure out where I want that to go, whether it was above or below the card. And I decided on above the card because I figured I would do just a tiny bit of journaling there. Now I wanted to use these Vicky Bouton stickers because, again, the colors and the pops of black just ridiculously make me happy. I can't explain it. I don't know what it is. I never thought I was a color with a pop of black person, but recently, the past couple weeks, maybe a couple months now, but it's totally doing it for me, guys. So I'm thinking I need to zhuzh this up a little bit. I need to kick it up a notch. I need to make some cool things happen. And I keep using these die cuts and holding them over the in the moment because I'm trying to nestle the flowers somewhere around the words. I want it to look like it was meant to be there. So I'm just trying a bunch of different things. I'm trying, did that flower really need to go there? And then I'm like, oh, look at that. It's perfect. It nestles over top of those words perfectly. So as soon as I found that, I was like, yes, I found the floral for the title card. I am so excited about this. Now here I'm trying to bring in some flair, and it's still not happening because I get distracted by this square card and decide that no, these 3x4 cards had to switch as well. They were not where I wanted them to be. So I'm going to go ahead and place this one up here, and then I'm going right back to those Vicky Bouton stickers and putting the sticker across that line that is on the card. It's supposed to give you a little bit of journaling space, but since I'm not using it for journaling, I'm just using it as a decorative element. I'm going to cover up that little line right there. So now I'm thinking, okay, do I need a couple more tabs? Like how many tabs can I fit on this layout is what I was thinking. And then I decided, no, I don't need more tabs. What I need to do is figure out what I'm doing. So I thought I would punch out this ampersand for two reasons, because it is my son and my niece, and I also figured it was a great match to the purple, so that worked for me. However, I decided I didn't like it over there on the In the Moment card, so I decided to bring it over. Yep, there we go. I decided to bring it over to this little card on the left, and then I changed my mind about the flare badge that was going on the title card. It is the In the Moment card, so I just wanted to make sure that, and the In the Moment card is the title card. I wanted to make sure that it worked. Now I'm just trying to, mess around and see what other kinds of things I can add to this page. Now, my whole point for trying this grid layout was to see if I could get some of these cool circular labels in. So I'm happy I got a couple in. And then I'm just filled that in with a little bit of another succulent die cut. And look at it, it's so pretty. I'm loving it. And then here I go. I'm bringing in another one of these little circle dies. And at first I thought, oh, maybe I'd put it here. Put it there. I'm like, no, it's not going there at all. Nope, slide it over. And I'm like, nope, it needs to slide over. There we go. So hooray. So I feel like I have significantly added to that title card. Because I'm using that pre-printed card as a title, I felt like I needed to add a little bit extra. Just a reminder, while I am sitting here flipping through things, trying to figure out what to put next on this layout, make sure you go to cheeky.studio and you use my discount code Sandy10. That way you can get 10% off your order. And it isn't just your first order, guys. If you order something from Cheeky Studio and then a couple weeks later a new release comes out or a new fun sequin mix comes out, you can use my code again and you'll save 10% each and every time. So that's pretty exciting. All right, now what I did on this one was I felt like I needed more weight. I needed more succulence over here. So I took one of the die cuts and I just covered up the little succulents that were connected to that round label. And I wanted to nestle that ampersand in there just a little bit. So I did a little snip right above the branch. And then that way that ampersand nestled in there quite nicely. So now I just got to figure out what I'm doing on this last card, on this striped card. And I stare at it for a while. And then the fingers start moving. And then I thought, well, maybe if I brought something in large here, maybe I needed to bring the large in over here as well. And I decided against that really quick. And then I thought, what am I doing here? Maybe what am I doing? I'm like, oh, you know what? Yep, this needs to go here. That's exactly, I was like, yeah, it needs to go here. So I trimmed it off, picked up the sticker off the photo and just put it right down there and made that happen real quick like. And now I haven't figured out what I'm going to do with that card, but I decide now's the time to put some journaling down because I cannot figure out what I'm doing on that card. So I just drop a few little lines and then I'm like, all right, I got to figure this out. What am I going to do here? And even while I'm watching myself, I'm thinking, I know what I did on this page, but I'm thinking to myself, what are you going to do here? I don't know. Watching yourself scrapbook is an interesting time because sometimes you're like, yeah, girl, you know what you're doing. Like, that looks good. And other times I'm like, what in the world is wrong with you? Why did you do that? Like me trying to put that little leaf there underneath the flare badge. What? It's like, what? What are you thinking? So I even went and pulled out these little black and white polka dot bows. And these I have ordered from Cheeky Studio a little while ago. I'm not sure if they're still in the shop. But I thought black and white polka dots matches the black and white card, but it just didn't go with it. So then I'm like, oh, well, what is on this other side of the card? Maybe it's just too much black. Maybe I need to lighten it a little bit. So I'm like, oh, well, maybe I just need to cover this up. And I'm like, no, that is not what I need to do at all. At all. And I'm like, okay, I think I got it. So I put the label on, cut the extra off. I'm going to drop a little bit more adhesive on this thing because it has been picked up and put down a bunch of times. And then I'm trying to figure out if I need to add anything else to it. Like I'm thinking, do I need to add a word sticker? Do I need to add a flare badge? Do I need to add like something? Like what does it need? And the more I look at it, the more I think it's probably good the way it is. So I just put a little bit more adhesive down. I'm trying to figure out if I need a little tab anywhere else just to get that little line of gold that I have up at the top. And I decide I don't. Like I'm done. And I'm happy with this layout. Hope you enjoyed watching it and listening to me. Go ahead, leave me a comment down below if you'd like to chat. Hit subscribe if you'd like to get notices of my other videos. And I will see you guys soon. And do not forget to use that Sandy10 coupon code at Cheeky Studio.